Alright. So it's been a little over a month. I think it's time we talk about the season so far. I think middle of the season is typically around when you want to talk about seasons in Destiny. I think that's definitely the best time. And this is the new seasonal model. They're having acts and I believe they're called episodes now. Could be wrong. I'm just gonna call them seasons. Regardless, time for my brutally honest opinion. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I've played 99% of the seasons, and by 99%, I think I've missed maybe two, maybe three, most, maybe. Um, One of them was whatever the first season was. Shadowkeep came out. I played probably a couple weeks. The other one was I missed out on a big middle portion of Season of the Opulence, and I can't even remember what the other one was. But I'm gonna keep it a buck. I am getting burnt out very, very quick once again with Destiny. I don't notice much of a difference between the seasonal content. Now, maybe this season is their, oh, we needed to put something together with the final shape, get it out sort of experience, right? But I'm kind of just fed up with the seasonal model. I don't mean fed up in terms of I'm angry with it. I'm just kind of bored of it, where it's, here's an activity, do the activity, now there's two other activities, now do those two other activities, and then farm one of them because it's the better activity to farm. I'm just getting tired of it. I think most of us are kind of just sick with a bunch of the seasonal activities just being sort of other activities mixed into other ones. Now, I would be more okay with it if there was some spice to it, you know? Like, I think they really need to start getting out there with some of the activities. I'm not saying they're bad activities. I'm just saying they're getting stale. They're getting to the point where it's like you're chewing gum, and Destiny seasons are getting to the point where you've lost the flavor and you're just chewing to chew, you know? And I think what they should be doing is probably changing up the seasonal model in terms of, every couple weeks add something to the existing activity. So I like the idea that you're going around collecting plants midway through the mission. Cool idea, but it gets sick very, very fast. So how about in 2 or 3 weeks, we just add a, big mini boss spawns in the middle of the arena. If you kill him, you get, like, a shit ton of the plants without having to pick up them all. Or, midway through the season, you unlock the ability to get fucking an upgrade that spawns ads that fight for you, or, some shit. Like, you spawn failsafe drones or some shit. Something cool, something interesting, something different than just the same activity over and over again. Oh, now do hard mode, and hard mode is everything has numbers higher, you know? I'm just kind of, burnt out of it. Kind of just like, oh, okay. Well, I did the seasonal activity the 15 times I needed to for the upgrade, and now I never need to do it for the rest of the season. And now it's gonna sit as an activity to do for, I don't know what, like literally a year? I'm just kind of getting tired of it. So I do think that's pretty stale. I do think the step in the right direction are these acts segmenting, what is it, every 3 months, I think? Or three months. What would it be? I think every month-ish, like month and a half, is a new act unlock, and where you get, like, more missions to do. You do, like, the step 25, and then, you wait for another 25 steps. You do all of them in one day, get it done, and then you can kind of sit back, do your own thing. I enjoy that much more than, every single week for the season I have to come play the fucking seasonal content each week. It's just boring. and it feels like a mobile game where it's like you sign on, you do your 4 daily quests, and then you get off. That's what it feels like. So pretty shit in my opinion. But, or it used to be pretty shit in my opinion. But now I do think it's a little better. I do think it's much cleaner. Being able to have like, oh, I finished everything, I don't have to worry about some stuff for like 45 days is kind of nice. Some people will argue, oh, well, there should be content all the time, blah, blah, blah. I personally don't think there should be content all the time. You know, I think we need to all recognize that Destiny, if you don't want to admit that Destiny is an MMO, you at least have to admit that it has the MMO structure in terms of the game has been out for 7 or 8 years now. Game has been out for almost a decade. If you have been playing the game for longer than a year, odds are you've done everything and you just sign on, do seasonal content, maybe farm the GM, maybe do a raid, and then get off for the rest of the week. And you know what? That's how MMOs go. In World of Warcraft, you get on, you do your dailies. I can't speak from experience. I don't play that cringe-ass game. But I watch a lot of Asmongold. I watch those content creators. I'm sure you guys know content creators who play Final Fantasy 14 and fucking World of Warcraft, and what's another MMO off the top of my head? Warframe. Warframe, I think, is another example where they just have everything in the game at some point, and it's get on, do your dailies, farm the thing that you're trying to farm, and get off, wait for it to reset. That's just what Destiny is. That's how it's been for 7 years, 8 years. And I think we can all admit that, okay, maybe you don't want to say an MMO, but it's structured the exact same way in terms of that. Always online, you get on, do your dailies, get off, wait till the next dailies roll out, or weeklies, whatever. Wait till weekly reset, whatever, right? And you know, that's just kind of how it is in Destiny. And that's just kind of how it's been, for the season. Again, I kind of think the season is like they're laying the foundation for their future ones. I really hope they spice up the seasonal models. I just want to see more. I just want to see, like, cooler things to do. I don't want to do, like, a fucking timed event where I'm trying to speedrun with 2 randoms that have no idea what the jumping part is. You know what I mean? Or they have no idea what an overload mod looks like. You know what I mean? It's not fun, you know? It's not entertaining. It's not keeping me going. And I say this, and you might be like, oh, well, you know, not all of them are meant to be fun, blah, 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 and fun is subjective. I understand that, but the best activities to farm are the ones that are fun, entertaining, they keep you going, they want you, you know, they're at least keeping your brain active. I'm not turning it off and then sitting there while 2 randoms are sitting on a A and B point getting flung off for whatever dumb reason, you know, because a Vex geyser came from the ground. Also, that's a dumb thing. Why are you making people capture points and then sending a geyser off to shoot them away from it? I get the point is, like, get off the point and then get back on. But why? It's just annoying. It's stupid. You know, it's like in Reckoning having a fucking immune phalanx or whatever run at you and then blast you off and then he despawns or something. Like, it's just stupid. Like, don't ever do that again, please. If there's a point that you needed me to capture, make me capture that point. Make me kill all those ads, you know, while I'm capturing the point. That's all I want to do. Fine, right? And then constantly going to place A and then place B and then, like, either back to place A or you're going to place C, you know? It's not, like, fun or entertaining. There's only so many times you can do it before it's, like, the same tasting gum. And I get that, but I think the way you spice it up is the way you do things. Like, there's so many activities we have now where you kill things, you pick up the thing, and you deposit the thing, you know? Like, I think a really good way you could have spiced that up is, you know, 3 weeks in or 4 weeks in, when you deposit now, it fucking spawns a spider tank that fights for you because Mithrax wants to help out. You know, something cool, something interesting, you know, just more flavor. Even if it's reused assets, I just want to see some cool things, you know? I'm tired of just doing objective. Okay, now defend. Okay, do objective, which is just capture a point, stand in this area, you know? Like, let's spice some things up. You know what I mean? Spawn a fucking Drake tank or something and drive around in it. You know, like, fuck, just start reusing assets you already have, you know? I think that's the way you spice up these activities. Also, we don't need 3 fucking activities. I don't need Battlegrounds. I don't need, what's the other? It's Battlegrounds, whatever the event is where you're standing, charging a geyser, or you're charging the station thing while geysers are shooting you off plates. And then you go to another one, and then you disable the bombs, and then you go to the boss fight, and the boss fight's super annoying because there's laser walls everywhere. Or, like, the Vex walls coming at you, from every direction. Or not from every direction, but you know what I mean. Like, they're always coming at you constantly. Very annoying. And the boss has a lot of health, and then shielded, and then you have to kill Hydras. That activity, just, if you want to do my suggestion, personally, if you want to have an activity, or if you want to have a successful, fun activity, focus on one activity, not Battlegrounds and fucking this timed jumping puzzle section with randoms. Just do one of them, and then have a bunch of shit happen to that one activity throughout the season, okay? I don't need every season we have to have a timed, jumping section part where we have to run through and, you know, you step here and there's poison, and then this part has traps, you know? It's just not fun getting one-shot by traps, or, you know, getting slowed during the middle of a jumping portion. You know what I mean? It's not, like, fun to grind. It's not fun to do. And the grind is also, you're basically grinding it to get the weapons and the red border. I think it's really dumb. I still stand by this. It's really dumb having the weapons gated for the first, I think, 45 days or 30 days, whatever it was. I think that's retarded. That should never happen. If you're going to release a season, excluding the exotic, which will come out with the exotic mission, all the weapons from the season should be obtainable day 1. You know why? Because it puts all the power in the players' hands. They can grind out all their content, be satisfied, be like, you know what? I don't have to touch this. Elden Ring DLC came out. I'm gonna go play that and come back to the game when there's content that I want to play. I don't want to be like, oh, the new kinetic rocket sidearm is coming out next season, but I gotta wait 90 days or 45 days to get the rocket sidearm. Aw, fucking shucks. You know what I mean? Put that down on my calendar. The only way I think it's serviceable doing that is by doing minor things, by having, what's it called? Like, the quest lines, 25, and then you wait 30 days, and then you do another 25, and then you wait another 30 days. I think that's fine, because it's one thing, it's story, and at the end of the day, you can get it all done the last day. Like, it's not, we all know it's not gonna take you more than 12 hours to finish the seasonal story once it's all out, you know? It'll take you like 6 to 8, probably, on average. Probably 4 if you're a Giga Chad. But it's not gonna take you too long, you can get it done in one day. It's very hard to farm all the red borders or get the god roll for a weapon if you don't play for like 2 or 3 months, you know? So gating weapons, I think, is just, it's just barely too much, to the point where you're forcing people to come back. You're forcing player retention. I know why you're doing it, Bungie. I understand. Completely 100% get it. You want players to constantly play the game. You want the player numbers to look good. I understand that. But it is a very bad thing, long term, my personal opinion, to gate seasonal weapons by months or weeks. You know, just have them all release on day 1. It's fine. You know, we don't even have to be able to red border them via focusing till next month, okay? I just want to be able to get the weapon so I can use it and be like, this gun is shit, this gun's good, you know? Now, talking about the weapons, I do think the seasonal weapons are phenomenal. I think most of them are goated. Scout Rifle, god tier. One of the best scout rifles in the game, including exotics in my personal opinion. I think it's called Time something. I think it's Time Worn. Sick-ass scout rifle, goated scout rifle. Rocket launcher is also pretty cool with that explosive light bonus. Very nice. The hand cannon, a little mid, but I understand it's an arc hand cannon. Can't really do much there. The auto rifle, also a little mid. Stasis auto rifles kind of just are. It's a good archetype though, so I think it'll grow on people. It's just that awkward sight, I think, kind of ruins it. Sidearm, goated, we all know that. Heal clip and incandescent, along with, you know, if you want those breach rounds, I think they're called. Very, very good, very good. Solar also has a lot of synergy with a lot of meta solar weapons. You know, you can run solar surges and everything like that. Solar reloader with all your solar meta weapons. In that still hunt slot, so, you know, you're probably only using it for ad clear, but still a very good option. Pulse rifle, a little mid. It's a little bit on the style of the, what was it called? The fucking Moon Battleground, or whatever it's called. The stupid Warsat Battlegrounds. It's on that theme, where it's, like, really bulky, really awkward to look at on your screen. But overall, not terrible. I don't think there's a single bad weapon this season. And I think they're mostly good, and some are goated. So overall, pretty good. I like to see it. Some people might disagree with this. This is a personal thing. I think every new weapon set should always outmatch the previous set. And I don't necessarily mean previous in terms of last season. I just mean in terms of, like, whatever the oldest set is. You know, if I have a Rampage, Outlaw, Midnight Coup, if a kinetic weapon is in the rotation for the seasonal thing, that thing better be fucking fire. You know what I mean? That thing better be Dragonfly, Mini Rocket, fucking some shit. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's how it should go. It incentivizes you to do new content, incentivizes you to get cooler shit. Your disagreeing point might be, oh, well, it invalidates the older weapons. Let's just be honest, the game's not hard. You can get away in this game with using only blue weapons, you know? Obviously, if you have that kill clip, fucking outlaw roll, it's gonna be worse than an incandescent fucking heal clip as far as survivability and ad clearing, okay? I understand that. But it doesn't really matter. The game's not hard. If you like using Midnight Coup from Leviathan, use Midnight Coup. If you like using Zenith, is it Zenith of your kind shotgun, you know, that has, I think it's auto-loading or threat detector, one of the two, from way back in the day, then use the Zenith. No one's gonna fucking shit-talk you. It is what it is, you know? Unless you're trying to cheese shit, obviously. Like with those 1-2 punch builds, you know, where you're fucking obliterating bosses, right? Those are the only times where it really matters with perks. Other than that, you can get away with anything. It's just basically gunplay, knowing enemies, everything like that. Moving on from weapons. The artifacts having a shit ton of levels. We haven't got all the levels yet, but I know it's getting more levels. The artifact having multiple levels, I think, is okay. And what I mean by okay is that I don't think it's good, but I don't think it's bad, okay? Maybe we just need more time with more artifact levels and everything. I think gating it, again, is dumb, personally. I think if you want to grind out all the things, that's fine on day one. I am of the mindset, if you want to grind everything of the seasonal content, day one, you should be able to. And if you want to come back at the end of the season to finish everything in that last week, you should be able to. Now, you can disagree with that. Maybe that's just fundamental disagree point. And I know it might sound like I'm being hypocritical by saying, oh, well, I'm okay with time getting the story as long as you can get it done, you know, last day. I don't care. If you want to say I'm a hypocrite, go ahead. Those are just my thoughts. However, going to, what was I talking? The artifact. Cool idea for the artifact. I like the perks. Solid. Not super overpowered, which I enjoy. I don't think they should be overpowered. I think they should just be fun and wacky. Personally, this is a message to Bungie, if any of you developers ever watch my video. Please put Pale Heart equivalent perks into the seasonal artifact. I think it's a sick modifier to kill enemies with void damage and then them spawn like a cassoid little fucking mine or whatever it's called, those colony mines. Very cool idea. Or, you know, all solar kills trigger ignitions or something crazy like that. Even if they nerf all the, what's it called? What are they called? The fuck is it called? Nerf the damage. If they nerf all the damage numbers on, like, the ignitions and shit from the seasonal artifact, hey, fine by me. You know what I mean? I just want something cool. I want something fun. I want something to spice up the gameplay, okay? I don't think being amplified by getting art kills is really fun. I think, you should definitely have the, you know, killing enemies spawns this thing, you know? Stuff like that. I'm even fine with, like, random ass shit, like, you know, I think it'd be cool if spawning an ice turret fucking causes the ice turret to shoot both a solar and an ice bullet, you know? And whatever the final blow is causes either ignition or ice things. Let's just get wild, Bungie, alright? And I'm gonna get into why I think they can get a little wild. I think I'll get into it now, actually. Story, very mid. Very mid. Personal opinion, I love Saint 14. I like the idea of the Vex. I do personally like the idea of multiple timelines. I'm a fan of that. I love the lore of the timeline where everything's evil, and Eris is evil and all that shit. Love those things. Shout out My Name is Bife. That guy's goated for lore. We all know this. But, yeah, I just think the story's mid. It's not shit. It's not terrible. It's not like I'm playing through Borderlands 3 and I'm cringing at every quote. But it's not this masterclass, oh my god, I can't wait to see what happens. It's like, oh, okay, some random dude picked up a thing and now he's super strong. And mind-controlling robots. Okay, cool. And now we go beat him. You know, the Saint 14 aspect, I understand that's like the main draw. I'm just gonna be honest. I think Saint 14 and Failsafe are a terrible combo. They're both... Them talking together are annoying. Saint fake laughing and making jokes is terrible, with Failsafe's, like, lack of really being funny. Failsafe has always been a character where it's like, oh, okay, you know, snicker here and there, and then, like, oh, it's cringe, but it's supposed to be cringe. That's, like, her whole thing with her two personalities. You know, that's the whole point I think they were going for, which I was fine with. Having Failsafe comment on everything I do in the activity makes me literally want to guardian down myself, alright? I don't want to die and Failsafe just mock me all the time, because her voice gets annoying. It's like when you listen to, like, Kendrick Lamar, or, like, when you listen to Lil Wayne too much, and you're just like, your voice is just fucking annoying. I need to listen to something else. You know what I mean? It's just like, shut up, bro. Like, just give me something else, you know? I'm not saying their voice are annoying, right? I'm not saying their voice is just... The moment I hear Failsafe talk, it's, you know, inner misogyny. Shut up, woman! You know? I'm saying having Failsafe constantly talk is just like a wah 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 wah. Like, just shut up. Like, I get it, you know? I died. Or, oh, I get it. People died with a lot of their fucking collective cubes, you know? I understand what happened, okay? I can see the giant fucking cubes on my screen, you know? And she talks for everything. Like, when points are available, she just talks there. When you're moving to the next objective, she talks there. When the boss fight is happening, she just doesn't stop talking. Like, shut the fuck up. I don't know, is that just me? Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm schizo, and maybe I'm just too misogynistic. When it comes to Failsafe. But personally, I just think she talks too much. It's annoying. If I ever get that dialogue again with Saint 14 fake laughing to Failsafe, because Saint 14 was obviously faking some sort of stupid thing, I think I'm just gonna guardian down myself. It is... Oh, it's rough sometimes. It's rough sometimes in the activities. Now, the story, I'm kind of fine with so far. It's not great, it's not bad. It's just kind of like serviceable, you know? We're coming off the high of Final Shape. I think Final Shape was a great story. I think some things could have been done a little bit better. I think some things could have done a little bit, or were done a little bit worse, that they could have just, like, you know, one word here would have changed everything. But, I just think the story is, like, you know, it's pretty average. Dude gets strong randomly. We don't know who he is. Has an army, we kill the army, we find the dude, and then we probably take him down to some extent. You know? Average Destiny story. Very concerned with the writing team. Obviously a lot of the layoffs and everything, and now that the big Light and Dark saga is over, I really hope we don't get every single expansion like these duos of just annoying people talking to each other, and these cringe quotes that get very, very stale very quick. You know? big difference between like an example is like Failsafe constantly talking about how she's lonely, and then, you know, she accessed the data banks and finds out everything going on, and it's like she's referencing all these activities we were doing while she was sat there on Nessus. That's fine. I'm fine with that, right? But then let me go do an activity where she's not talking to me, constantly talking about, oh, a lot of fucking motes dropped or whatever she says, or a lot of data needs to be collected, blah, blah, blah. Like, I like you for you coming back and you noticing things. I don't like you because you're talking too much and telling me what to do and fucking, like, nitpicking everything I do in the activity. Like, fuck off. You know what I mean? Yeah, personally, that's my take. A little concerned with the writing team moving forward. We'll see how the season ends and everything like that. So far, I haven't seen anything that's spectacular. So if we get something crazy like Oryx resurrecting, or I think next season is Fickrel. I think next season will probably be the weakest, just because I think everyone's sick of Fickrel, but he's got to come back, and Crow's obviously going to have some sort of significance there. We all know this is going to happen. It's just like, it's so painfully obviously there with all the teasers and everything. We know it's gonna happen. But yeah, overall, mid. Moving to the Battle Pass. I think the Battle Pass is an upgrade from previous Battle Passes, but I still think it's shit. I don't think it's bad because of the resources it gives. I actually think the resources are nice. A lot of deep sight, what are they called? Resonance? Deep sight resonance or whatever. The thing that you can use on weapons that give you the deep sight. Love it. Mwah. Magnifique. Great. Exotic engrams, now that you can focus everything using ascendant shards or exotic ciphers. Oh, mwah. Magnifique. Right? Resources. I see a lot less glimmer now and a lot less empty spaces on this new battle pass. Great. Fantastic. Double the tiers. Fantastic. Amazing. Right? However, I still don't like the fact that they're gated. And I know the defense is, well, once you get to level 100, or I guess right now it's 150, well, when you get to level 150, you can still level the battle pass, yeah, at a reduced rate, and an extremely reduced rate. I can't remember if it's 300,000 XP or 500,000 XP or something fucking crazy to get a level pass the next 50 tiers. Like, as an example, to make it simple, let's say it's week 1, you get to level 100, and it's 100,000. I don't know the exact number. Let's say it's 100,000 to level each level, right? Nice, even, easy to remember, super simple, right? Once you're level 100, you can still level to level 150 or even 200. You won't have access to the rewards for another month, but you'll be able to level them at a fucking 5 times reduced rate. At, you know, instead of 100,000, now you need 300,000 or 500,000. Can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, I think it's kind of bullshit. I think it's... Why? I think what it should be, if you're going to time gate the pass, one of two ways you do this, Bungie. Either one, you make it so all the levels are the exact same. Once you get to level 100, it stops there, and you level up like normal, but they're just locked for 2 months, right? Or a month, whatever it is. I'm not the biggest fan of that one because it is still time gating, but I prefer that over than what we have. Or what you do is you make 200 tiers accessible day 1 of the pass, which I think is pretty fair. I just think it's one of those two ways. The way they have it now, where once you cap out this month's levels of the battle pass, you get reduced amount of XP, or you need 5 times the amount of XP, I guess is the way I should put it. You need the 5 times amount of XP to get to the next level, for 50 levels. And then you don't even get to unlock those rewards until the next month, you know? I think that's just straight up retarded. I think that's, like, I don't know who okayed that. I think that's the worst way you could have done it. The only other, like, literally the only thing that would be worse than that is that if you couldn't level past 100 and you had to wait a month in order to level, you know? I think it's just stupid. And if you're wondering why I'm getting so, like, up in arms about the battle pass, I think this can be the first crack in a somewhat, how do I say it? A somewhat stable structure. Right now, Destiny is at one of its best states it's ever been. A lot of shit to do, everything. If they're adding passes to seasons that already have passes, and what I mean by that is like the seasonal shits. I think most of you know what I mean, like those like 25 tiers or whatever they drop for like Halloween and the summer event and like shit like that, right? If they're already adding those that you have to pay extra money to get rewards, and they're time gating the current battle pass by making you wait a month, who's to say they're not just gonna start time gating shit by like, okay, right now maybe it's a month, but maybe in the future battle passes it becomes weeks. So every week you can only level like 10 tiers, you know? This can get very out of hand very quickly. I think this is a crack. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. I'm not predicting that. But I'm just saying we need to keep Bungie accountable for making big errors. And I think a big error is time gating something like a battle pass. Battle passes should never be time gated. I think if you're going to time gate something in a battle pass, it should be kind of like what Call of Duty does, where in Call of Duty you have the pass, you can like upgrade it the way you want, but then there's like little sections that'll have like, you know, 7-day or like 30-day whatever, but those are typically reserved for events and they're always event themed, you know? So if you want to have a time gated battle pass, why not make that the seasonal passes that you're doing with these like summer events, you know? Why the fuck are you time gating a pass that people have already paid for? If I paid $10 for a battle pass, I'm expecting that I can unlock the whole battle pass whenever the fuck I want, because I paid for it. I shouldn't have to pay for a battle pass, and then it should take, oh, well, hold on, sir, you're gonna have to wait a whole month before you get the other 25 or 50% of the pass, and then you gotta wait another 2 months to get the other 50% of the pass. No, bro. I just want the fucking whole pass, otherwise I wouldn't buy it. And I wouldn't be so upset if this was already a known thing that was gonna happen before the final shape. But I don't think I saw anywhere that they were changing up the season pass by time gating shit. Like a few weeks before I could be wrong. Maybe it was posted everywhere and I was just looking in the wrong spaces. Maybe that's on me, right? I'll own up to it if that's the case. But I definitely think like time gating a battle pass is just unacceptable. I think it should never happen, and I've never seen another game do it, ever. There's an argument to be made of challenges. Like, I understand in Call of Duty, Fortnite, probably Apex, I'm going to assume, they all have challenges that come out each week or whatever. Destiny already has that, and it's already been like that. So we already have all the seasonal challenges. Effectively, what this pass is Call of Duty. Just imagine fantasy world, right? Dream world right now. In Fortnite, in Call of Duty, in Apex, and in what's another like big battle pass game? I don't even, let's just say those three, okay? Fortnite, Apex, Call of Duty, okay? Let's just say they're like, hey guys, we're gonna double the rewards in the battle passes from now on, right? But we're gonna make it so you're waiting each month. Like each month is 50% of the battle pass, you know? Like, I think all of them would just be shit. All of them would be called out for being shit. Why are you time gating the battle pass? I think like everyone knows that when you buy a battle pass, you should get the battle pass. You know what I mean? That's just me ranting. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the only one. Feel free to comment down below and tell me I'm wrong straight to my face or whatever. I don't really care, personally. If you disagree, of course, you're wrong. No, I'm joking. Obviously, I'm joking. Don't take it seriously. But yeah, no, that's just my personal opinion. I think the seasons are passable. I think they're okay. I think they're mediocre right now. I think they could be much, much better. And I just I just want to see more flavor, you know? That's all I want to see. I just want to see more flavor so I don't get burnt out as fast. And I know, obviously, it's a thing in Destiny. That's how the cycle goes. You get burnt out. You go to a different game. You come back when the new shit's here. I understand that. But I think there's a way around it that Bungie can do. And, listen, if they implement my ideas and they don't work, hey, I'll be the first person to raise my hand and be like, damn, that was a bad idea. That was a shit idea. But we'll never know because they'll probably never do it. They'll keep the same seasonal activities going where they have 3 activities that no one really plays other than 1. And yeah. But that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Wanted to get off my chest, wanted to rant a little bit. If you made it to the end, I want to thank you so much. You know, obviously I'm a smaller channel, so I really appreciate if the people fully watch it. Shout out to all those Giga Chads. You know, the real Chads make it to the end. But yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to talk about. This might be my last Destiny video for a while. Not that I'm never going to play Destiny, or like I'm not dropping Destiny or anything. Just because I'm kind of playing other games at the moment. I'm kind of getting a little more interested with stuff like Atomic Heart, stuff like the Lego games. Just like playing variety stuff, pretty much. And I might be dropping reviews and shit like that for those games. Just for fun. I'm just going to fuck around with the channel. Pretty much post what I want. But I'm going to try to keep a schedule going. But yeah, if you made it to the end, want to thank you so much. If you liked the video, I'll give you a hand job whenever you want. No diddy. And yeah. Hope you have a great day.